Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today let's go over a Leetcode hard question. This one, unfortunately, I was not able to solve on my own. I came up with a brute force approach, but I kept getting time limit exceeded, as you can see, many times. So I just kind of gave up. It's been almost, like half a year, so it's not good to keep getting stuck. So I just had to copy the solution from ChatGPT. So I'm kind of disappointed. So again, I was not able to solve this question on my own. And so I'm going to have to come back to this one later. But I'll show you my first brute force approach. Basically, we just want to see for how many substrings in word 1, the total frequencies are at least everything in word 2. So for example, C appears twice, it appears once. That's fine because it has to be bigger than or equal to. So every character has to have at least the frequency it does in word 2. So my brute force approach was just to loop through word 1 and create a counter. And let's call this need is counter of 2 because that's going to be the target. So C of word 1 right plus equals to 1. So while C is bigger than or equal to need and left is less than or equal to right, then we can shrink the window because the window at least has something in it. They're not crossed over the other way. So left and right, for example, it's not right to left because that would not be a valid window. And then here we can add length of word 1 minus right because that's the number of substrings left if this is correct. If this covers everything, let's say it does, then that's going to be how many substrings are in here. So the length, that's actually 3 because the length is 1 more than the index. And then we shrink the window from the left side. Then we can delete it and keep doing this. And then we just return answer at the end. Unfortunately, this solution gets time limit exceeded, word 2. So it almost passes, but I could not come up with a working solution to this problem, 3298. So again, I'm kind of disappointed. So either way, I'll show you ChatGPT's solution, which basically the idea is to keep this as have, and then required is length of need because that's how many letters we need to satisfy the frequency of. For example, C, we need to satisfy at least a frequency of 1. So we're going to still loop through word 1. And then we're just going to say if this is inside of need, then we increment this in half, right? Because if this character meets the requirement frequency and need, then we can say required, or let's say satisfied plus equals to 1. And then while satisfied is equal to required, right, we're just going to keep doing that. Length of word 1 minus right. And then this is the tricky part because the left character is supposed to be word 1 of left. This is ChatGPT's solution again. Again, I don't declare variables like that. So if left char is in need, right, then we can say have of left char minus equal to 1. And if have of left char is not meeting the requirement anymore, meaning it's less than need of left char, then we can say s minus equal to 1, left plus equals to 1, and then return answer at the end. So I guess this gets rid of the expense of recomputing, like keep comparing the dictionary every time in this while loop. So if we submit this, it actually passes all test cases, but again, this was ChatGPT's solution. So I'm kind of disappointed about this, and I will be coming back to this question later. So that's it for this video, and thank you for watching.